because he's going to do so. I think these news stories say something like, it sounded like they were quite far along the line of like maybe bringing Punk back when Punk had that blow up on Instagram and said what he said about Jericho and said what he said about Moxley because Punk can't help himself. We now have reports of this meeting going really well at the weekend. What's the first thing Punk does? Turns up backstage at Raw. He can't. That's if Tony didn't know going. I know you said, Gareth, you maybe think it's more that, but it could be either. We don't have concrete reporting either way. But it would be the most CM Punk thing in the world for things to be looking good and for him to do something daft that blows the whole thing up. All Jericho has to do, probably in his mind, is play the game, shake hands, in front of Tony Khan, be willing to work with him and be like, you know what, I'll even do a program with you. No one else will work with you because you've been such a cunt to everybody, but I'll do it. I'll go on this Saturday TV show and I'll do it. Full well knowing that at some point Punk's going to get another injury, he's going to blow up backstage,
and he's the martyr for doing it.
Fight, and he'll be like, "See, I told you, Tony," and he'll be right there in Tony Khan's corner again. Like that is.
But you know what it is as well, Ben? What I'm looking forward to the most, like seriously, is all the shoot comments when he comes back. It's going to be full Russo with though when he comes back on telly. It's going to be full on because they're going to have to address it. They can't help themselves any other week. It's stuff that isn't really happening, so they're going to do it for this. It's going to be mental.
I think I know what you're saying. Because the traditional wrestling point of view, and I would say the right point of view is, let's make a load of money. CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. CM Punk and FTR against Omega in the books. I'm less high on, but obviously do that too. Maybe Jericho Punk or something like that fits in there as far as making money. I just think with so many of the parties being unwilling to work with Punk, it seems, if that reporting is true, that they might go the other route. Like I could honestly see in Chicago, Punk coming out and being like, it's 2023. I'm not going to bullshit you all. I'm doing anger management, and I can feel Gareth Hart sinking here.
No way.
I could honestly see Punk being like, I'm going to be the grown up. I apologize for everything I did, but them using that because this is the thing. If Jericho and Punk is the program, somebody's got to be the heel, and I don't think it's going to be Punk in that scenario.
Yeah, so Jericho will be the shooting comments, Benno. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Punk might change it away. It'll be Jericho.
I'm above it.
I'm not saying just
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
those other lads on the lads that you've got to keep on Wednesdays because they're so scared of me. I'm sorry to them too. He won't be able to help himself. He'll throw in a couple of lines in like
he
that.
will. Yeah,
he'll try and come across like the bigger man because it's going to be in Chicago too. He's going to want to be a babyface, so he's going to be doing all that on this new Saturday show. And then I think Jericho comes in, and yeah, I think you're right. Jericho is that you're a cancer in the locker room, and that's the only logical route I can see getting into the feud. It goes against every bone in my body. It's like, this is fucking wrestling. Like, let's make some money about Kenny Omega and CM Punk. But the more I think about it, I think that's more likely the route back. I don't know what you think to that, Gareth.
Oh God! I mean, that's like you say. That just feels horrible, doesn't it?
Carl's spot on, by the way. Sorry, Carl is spot on. That's what's got to happen, though. But as you say, if he changes his tone, maybe not. But that should happen. That's
just sit down cross-legged in the middle of the ring with some muffins.
The show should start, Gareth, with the table in the ring, just him sitting there eating. Where was we? Or something like that. Just turn away. Where are we? We carry it on. Amazing. Amazing.
I just to me, I just want him to be. I want him to come back as just mega antagonistic. You're all a gang of cunts, and I'm CM Punk, and I'm the fucking best in the world, and all you fucking bellends can't take what it's like to be a professional wrestler. You're all pampered and things like that. Someone got in a scrap, you can't fight. And I want 100% antagonistic heel Punk to come out just fucking going both barrels, absolutely everybody. The problem you've got is like you say, it's in Chicago and he's going to get cheered like fuck if he does that kind of thing. And you almost want, for the pandering to AEW audience, you almost and probably the time is right for this as well. You need Kenny and the Bucks to sort of be the faces in this situation as well. It's like, how much can Punk be the heel in that situation? I'm sure he can fucking, he's so fucking good. He can probably fucking turn the Chicago crowd against him like that if he wants to, probably. But for me, I just want fucking fire breathing, just like vitriol in his stomach, CM Punk coming out, just going both barrels, just like absolutely just fucking blowing everybody up for being the biggest gang of fucking cunts and shitbags that they possibly can be. But like, if he comes out and is like apologetic Punk and, you know, trying to, you know, pander that side, that'll be a massive, massive disappointment, because I just think there's so much money on the table with uber heel CM Punk going in there against like serious face Kenny Omega. Like, I'm desperate for that. Like, but we'll see.
I don't know. I just don't see it on that other side. I think it's, you know, hate to bring up a cornetism, but, you know, there are fans who just want the wrestlers to be friends and get along. And like, I think there are, you know, I don't think the elite are buying into this stuff. Oh, well, yeah, there is that too. But I think in this 2023 world, that maybe plays.
I know he'll never change, though. He will never change.
Oh, I know.
Really.
And I don't want him to either. That's why I love him.
None of us do. And I'm not. I mean, I don't hate him. Don't look. I do enjoy him when he's there. You know, he's a great on the mic and stuff. I do enjoy him, but he's never going to change, Benno.
It was funny because I was watching something like earlier today, and it was him and what's she called, Shelly Martinez at something, and I was just watching, and this was before he'd done anything, and he was still just like Mr. fucking self-righteous. I'm the fucking best. I've achieved nothing in this business, but like all of you are fucking shite kind of thing, and that I'm the fucking best, and my way is the right way, and all that, and I was just like watching it, and I was just like, yeah, that's why I fell in love with this bloke. Like that is it. Like, even though he did nothing, he'd never been on national TV and things like that, I was like, that is the guy. So to come out as the guy who goes like, oh yeah, how's your ratings doing since I left? Oh, you know, kind of thing. You know, like you know, shite. Like, I'm the fucking best. You know, I'm the biggest star in this company. You're all shit. Like, that's what I. That's just what I want.
That's Punk, you know, love him or hate him. That's why he got over in ROH all the way back when. You know, he came in, he was only a couple of years into the business. He'd been back when he was backyard, he had the same attitude, you know, I know more than you all do. And then he got into ROH with some of the best wrestlers in the world. And the fact that he carried himself like he was one of the best, even if he maybe wasn't, was why he got over there. Same thing happened in WWE. Yeah, that's why people of our age, or people who grew up with him then, loved him. And that's why he became the star he became, and that was why, like, against all odds, he broke down the barrier of Vince McMahon and WWE and became world champion against all the odds you could possibly be, because of how he was wired like that. But it can also be his biggest negative, and I think as time has moved on and the world has changed, and, you know, AEW was this, you know, happy, friendly land where everyone was happy and everyone loved each other backstage. It's like he's almost like he's that one last relic from the past, isn't he? Well, allegedly, based on the report.
Think though, how all these AEW fans though, we were all like, oh, we just want harmony in the back, and oh, CM Punk's horrible because he had a fight in the back and all this. Like, these people, like, can you imagine how much more they're going to hate him if he comes out just fucking spitting truths and just like turning that situation up to 11 and things like that. All these people are just going to like hate him even more. Like, it'd just be like absolute perfect fodder. Like, I just want him just going both barrels and just making all these people who just don't get it hate him more. Like,
wasn't that the shout though as well? Like, I know we might be flip-flopping here, but like, who's going to be on that Saturday show? They said it's CM Punk and all his mates. Is just going to be a triple threat every week with him in FTR? Because who else is going to be on the fucking show?
It really is just like a ridiculous situation. Like, this is my biggest negative on all
Cliff
this.
Compton.
Yeah, here we go, hiding him back. H-Steel, is it? Get him back in.
He probably fell out with him too, man. Nobody fell out with Hornswoggle because Hornswoggle asked Colt Cabana for his number or something like that. Like, he's a fucking insane person who falls out with every single one of his friends. Again,
Danhausen's his mate, though, Benno, in it as well. Danhausen is his mate.
Yeah. I think this is where things get lost. You know, it's all about generational. Like, I think the people who are fans of Young Bucks and Hangman Page and Kenny Omega also want to be their friend and think they are their friend and want to hang out with them. As all the CM Punk fans, we fucking love him, but I don't want to be in a room with the cunt because he's a fucking cunt. And me and him would probably fall out too. Like, he fell out with everybody else in his life. Like, that is, again, an ingredient of why he's such a megastar, but also why I don't, you know, I think we're just a different generation who don't necessarily, Cody aside, want to be best friends with the wrestlers. Cody, you know, seeing the picture, is my best friend. But, you know, that is a real generational difference, I think.
It's so true. I know, like, is my hero. He's my absolute hero. Like Tippy Top. Have I got any desire to meet him? No, zero. Like I don't. I've got zero desire, and I don't need to. But I love him. Is right up there. Like of like I don't know role models in my life or people that just like I absolutely love kind of thing. It's a very very short list, but he's fucking on it. But like no desire to meet the bloke at all.
When I did meet him, like I've been in the same room as him in like like ROH fan gathering type stuff in the 2000s. But the one picture I did get with him, which I don't have, it's a long story. But when we got that taken, it was like I literally watched him call like every he was trying. I think it was like Mick Foley was on stage doing some Q&A, and people were coming up to him, and he was basically telling them to fuck off because he's a fucking gobshite. Friends of mine, he's told to fuck off before it back at like fan gathering type stuff because it was just the wrong time to talk to him. He happened to be drinking a sip of water at the time or whatever it was, and he took pity on me. Yeah, well, I had my stupid ROH track jacket on and my ROH beanie at the time, and he kind of looked me up and down and was like, all right, like I just about hit the threshold of all right, you're okay.
Fandom, with the finger.
Yeah, fine, I'll take one with you. But he was a cunt to me, mate. He was a cunt to everyone else I knew, and it was like, yeah, that's just the man he is. But like to your point, Marty, I don't think this is a solution to a problem. I think it's ridiculous, this idea that you can have the Bucks and Kenny on Wednesdays and Punk and let's say Miro and Andrade and all the problematic toys on a Saturday. Like there's still pay-per-views 5 times a year. Like
they're going to be up, yeah, of course.
It's a ridiculous solution. Like maybe there's things we don't know. Maybe I would believe, and I've said this I think I've said it to Steph on one of our daily updates. I would 100% believe there's legal issues here. Maybe that's the reason why he sat down with Jericho and Tony and the Bucks weren't in the room. You know what he's like. He's missed the fucking lawsuits at the minute. The Uber Eats order turns up late and he's fucking suing the driver. That's who CM Punk is at this point in his life. Maybe there's something like that too that means it's best they're in different buildings for now. But it's not a long-term solution because, they're going to have to get along at least and, be in the same locker room at times and stuff. And, I mean, again, this all falls, if the network want him for this Saturday show, the network want him for this Saturday show. Last time me and JP recorded, we talked about all that, and that kind of just ends the conversation there. It has to happen. But this enforced, roster split, whether it's a real hard one like WWE are trying to do again, or if it's a soft one, I just don't think it's the best solution to this horrendous problem, really.
Tony wants him, Ben. Deep down, I think Tony is caught. Obviously, he's caught in the middle, isn't he? Obviously, but he loves Punk. He wants him there, but it's obviously Kenny and the Bucks have got them titles and stuff, haven't the EVP? So it's a really tricky one. But as you say, maybe as a short-term solution, I don't know, but it's just going to be so interesting to watch. I'll be watching for sure, Ben. I'll be right in watching it. Definitely.
I'll be gutted the Saturday show and I'll be like, I want to see more of this, and then it'll be the Wednesday show with the Elite and Friends and Michael Nakazawa's in the main event. Like, I want to watch the gobshite wrestling. I want to watch Problematic Pro on Saturdays.
Is it 2 hours as well? Is it 2 hours? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 hours prime time.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
I was going to say, that's another one.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, when you talk about ratings wars and things like that, imagine if Saturday's outdrawn Wednesday, and Punk sleeping.
He'd be loving that kind of thing. Oh my god!
It won't happen. Saturday's is a terrible slot.
It's like you can try and separate the two, but then to try and get rid of this internal conflict. But as soon as one show's doing better than the other show, you're actually inviting internal conflict. You're inviting
you always say competitive competition, innit?
You're inviting CM Punk to be on the mic, going this is the show everyone watches on Saturday or whatever. And if he does that, you can imagine fucking Kenny and the Bucks getting their fucking knickers in a twist because more people's watching a Saturday show than a Wednesday show. They're gonna, aren't they? And he's not going to be able to fucking hold back from saying that on a Saturday and things like that, So again, it's just going to cause more internal conflict, but fucking great for us.